The Lonely Lightkeeper, a lighthouse horror story. There was once a lighthouse in a remote location, so far from the mainland that it was almost forgotten. The lighthouse was old and weathered, but it still functioned perfectly, guiding lonely sailors through the treacherous waters with its bright beacon. The lighthouse keeper, an old man named Tom, had lived there for years, tending to the beacon and maintaining the lighthouse. Tom was a solitary man, and he enjoyed the peace and quiet of his isolated existence. He had no family or friends, and his only companions were the books he read and the radio broadcasts he listened to. But as time went by, Tom started to feel increasingly alone and desolate. The waves crashing against the rocks below sounded like the howls of a distant beast, and the wind whistled through the cracks in the walls like a chorus of ghosts. One stormy night, Tom was up in the lantern room, checking the light when he heard a knock on the door. He assumed it was just the wind, but then he heard it again, and it sounded like someone was really there. He cautiously made his way down to the door, unlocking it with the key. What he saw next made him tremble with fear. Standing outside was a figure shrouded in a red cloak, with a hood covering its face. It was impossible to discern any features, but it was clear the figure was not human. Its eyes glowed with an eerie light, and its breath sounded like a whispering voice. Tom was paralyzed with terror, but the figure spoke to him in a soft voice and asked to come in. Tom was too afraid to refuse, and the figure walked past him into the lighthouse. It moved with an unnatural grace, like a creature not bound by the laws of gravity or physics. Tom followed it into the lantern room, where it approached the light and lifted its hood. What Tom saw next made him scream in horror. Instead of a face, the figure had a gaping maw filled with razor-sharp teeth. It opened its jaws wider, and a deafening scream echoed through the lighthouse. Tom tried to run, but the figure grabbed him with its elongated, bony fingers and pulled him towards the light. The light intensified, bathing the lighthouse and the surrounding sea in a blinding glow. Tom woke up on the floor, still paralyzed with fear. He couldn't remember what had happened but knew that he had to get out of there. He descended the stairs, crushed with agony, and got outside. The stormy night had cleared up, and the stars shimmered in the sky. Tom looked back at the lighthouse, hoping to find a sense of security in its beam, but what he saw next terrified him to the core. The lighthouse didn't have its normal beacon. Instead, the light was pulsing with an eerie, red glow. Tom knew something was terribly wrong, and he ran out of there as fast as he could. He made it to the mainland the next day, suffering from a severe fever, and was never the same again. The locals whispered that the lighthouse was cursed, and no one went near it ever again.